Ciao! Alright, first of all, no panic. I vlogged every single day in Japan. Japan vlogs are coming up, but I thought that I will need to just sit down and talk with you and explain a little bit what's happening. So as you've seen, I didn't publish video for a while now, and that's because while we were in Japan, I decided to not push myself into editing the daily vlogs and just like enjoy our time there. We spent about a month in Japan and now I'm in Italy. I'm actually in my hometown, which is Pescara, and it's weird. So I thought that I would talk a little bit with you and just explain you my feelings and a little bit what I'm thinking to do with the channel, which I have no idea actually, but yeah, just like talk with you about it. So I've been in my hometown for a week. Vincent went already back home to Stockholm because it's so weird. We started to film all our travels and we never really explained our background, and all the travel days that we had and all this year and a half for me kind of felt like a parallel life. So you know that kind of a life and you don't know this part of the life, and I've been thinking, shall I share this part of our life or shall I just close it there? And I still don't find a solution about it. I'm still not sure if I actually want to put so much of myself out there. So that's why I've been waiting so long before talking with you. First of all, my camera got broken. I dropped it in the airport in Rome and the lens is completely broken, so now I'm using the GoPro. So in the first place I was like, I'm gonna wait for my camera to get fixed, but then I was like, no, whatever, I'm just gonna do it and talk with you. So the first thing that I wanted to let you know is no panic, Japan vlogs are coming up, but considering that Japan, it's my favorite country in the whole world and I've been waiting for so long for this trip, I really want to edit those videos taking my time and using it really like a hobby thing. So whenever I have some time and I have the motivation, I'm gonna edit. With this I mean that during this year, all the time that I've been editing the vlogs is more being like, I need to put it out there so people know what are we doing, at what stage are we in, and so on, and we are not so left behind. But now I feel that in the moment that I'm gonna finish to edit those vlogs, everything is gonna be over. All our travel is gonna be over, even if actually it is over already. So I feel I want to hold on into this a little bit longer and really get in front of the computer and edit when I have that feeling of like, oh, I so much wanna edit. And it might take me like super long, I don't care. And I hope you don't care either. The thing is that my channel is not out there for me to reach an audience or to make it grow or so on. It's literally like my passion. And you know, when in life you have you have work, so you have commitments, you have responsibilities, and you always have to do everything on a certain time and in a certain moment. For me, the YouTube channel is like I do what I want. So I'm just like doing what I want, basically. So yeah, me and Vincent, before we left for this year and a half, we were living in Sweden. Vincent is Swedish, we're living in Stockholm, we have our own apartment in Stockholm and our life is gonna be in Stockholm. But before going back there permanently, I decided to come back to Italy, which is where I'm from originally, and spend some time with my family. Exactly 3 weeks I will spend here in Italy. The original plan was for Vincent to come with me as well, but then he got back his previous job that he was doing before we left for traveling, and he's already back there working. And in one side it's kind of good because we spent this year and a half together all the time, non-stop, in sharing the same spaces. In the last year our space was super limited as well, so it's been kind of challenging, even if we love so much each other and it's not heavy at all to share the same spaces and so on. But it's good to, you know, like just he thinks to his things, I think to my things, and sorry, I also need to start a little bit to plan what to do when I'm going back. So I'm kind of in a transitional stage right now where I'm like super happy with my life, I'm so excited, but I also want to take every single step so slowly and ponderate it and be sure of whatever I'm doing And yeah, so I really need to think a lot, basically. This is like my 3 weeks of like meditation and, you know, taking in everything and kind of like making a point of my life and so on. But yeah, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about the feeling of coming back here. So I didn't live in Italy since 7 years ago. That's when I left. And in this specific room, I didn't live for maybe like 12 years, because when I finished high school, I went to university and I went to live alone, and then I came back for a very short while and then I left. So this room, where I'm now, it's the room that stands still in time. I'm still 18 years old. My mom, she didn't touch anything in the room. There are some changes that I will explain in a bit. And it's so weird to come back here all the time. And you know, I go to bed in the evening and I look around, I'm like, oh my God. It's like, imagine if you as a person get thrown back in time, but not to the age that you were back in time. So you are you right now, but in a space that it was back in time. So it's very, very weird. And when I was driving from Rome to Pescara, it's like 3 hours drive. I was on the bus and I was looking around and I was like, wow, it feels a bubble. And I don't understand if the bubble has been this year and a half of travel or if the bubble is this life now. It's like two completely separate lives. Lives? I don't know. And even if I am the same, and yeah, it's always myself, but there are two completely different worlds, and it's so strange. It's a very strange feeling. It's kind of like going back to my old life, but then things are changed at the same time. I don't know if this makes sense. Anyway, it's also very nice. I've been so spoiled during this week. Like, my mom is preparing all these super delicious homemade meals and all the Italian food that is amazing. And I've seen my friends and my sister that I love super duper much. And yeah, it's such a great feeling as well of being back here. And I cut my hair, as you can see, finally. So I went to my favorite hairdresser, which is awesome. I'm literally just like taking care of myself and really like spoiling myself and giving myself time for everything, reflecting, and just like taking everything in, because soon I'm going back to Stockholm and I'm so looking forward for that. And everything is unsure, but I am excited about this uncertainty, this stage that not everything is sure. And you know, in the past I would panic if things were not under control, while now I'm just like, yeah, if things are not sure, it means that I have a lot of opportunities. So I'm just very excited to go back. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm basically gonna go through every single thing in this room and throw away wherever I don't think needs to be here, because my mom, she didn't dare to throw away a single thing of my stuff, and I feel I need to do it, otherwise she will never do it. And then it looks like the room of someone that is dead, you know, that is like stopped exactly in the moment, in the same way than when you left. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you a second my room. This is so weird. So here, this is my bed, huge bed for some reason, and here we have, like, when I was obsessed with Paris, I'm still obsessed with Paris, yeah, like all this Parisian stuff, and you know, all this shabby chic, what a beautiful thing. And then I had this thing that I've basically done myself. It's like, oh, how do you call it? When you stitch, no? With stitches, so it's a fabric and it's like a cross stitch. This is Alessia. And this is, I did it when I was maybe 15 years old. I was at the hospital for a month because I had like some sort of sickness basically, and I was so bored, so I stitched that and instead on the wall. And I think I'm gonna keep that because it's really a memory of like strength and yeah, a period of my life that I was very strong, in my opinion. Oh my god, it's such a mess. So here we have chest of drawer, the place where I used to study, and here is all scattered around my clothes now from the travel, all the shelves with different books and stuff, all the different pictures of me when I was young, me when I've been, I don't know, doing some sort of stupid catwalks for a bit in my life, and my university degree. So yeah, my sister, she does, I don't know how to explain. She does massage, she does nails and so on. So she works in a spa here in Pescara, but she also works at home. So she kind of converted my room, half of it, like in her little studio. So we have here her bed where she does this, by the way, is the chair that I used when I was like 3 or 4 years old. And yeah, she has all the things for her business basically. So yeah, it's a little bit of a weird room at the moment, and I don't really care because I don't spend much time here. So I'm just gonna leave all my sister's stuff here and actually make it even more empty and practical for her to work here, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna start from checking every single shelf here and all the chests of drawer and just like throw away whatever is not necessary. I'm gonna do a little bit of time lapse, but the reason why I'm involving you in this is that now and then I'm gonna stop wherever I find something that is a fun memory to share with you. I will do it, I will share it with you. But I already found a lot of funny things. So this one, this is my thesis, university thesis. I wrote it for the role of Twiggy, the model in the 60s, in the feminist stage of the time. I was already so obsessed with like 60s and like that time of you know, that age where everyone starts to become like more free and more conscious at the same time. So this is so fun. Another thing that it was actually fun is this one. So one of the first holiday or trip that I've done on my own, I was 16 years old and I went to London for kind of holiday where you learn the language. So I was like staying in the school and doing lessons during the day and then exploring during the afternoons and so on. And we did a day trip to Oxford and I was like obsessed with Oxford and I would dream to be like an Oxford girl that would study at Oxford. So I bought this teddy bear, so this is definitely gonna stay with me. Oh yeah, this one. Just to give you the idea of how I've always been so obsessed with traveling, I'm just gonna hold you and put you here. So you see, this is my book of travels. So the first travels that I've done, I went to London from the 19th of June 2005 to the 2nd of July 2005. And yeah, I had like my ticket for the trip and you know all these documents and where I stayed, like Oxford's postcards and so on. So like I will keep everything of all the things that I've done, like crisps that I ate, the receipt of stuff that I bought, all the tube tickets and so on. And then I had Strasbourg from the 24th of October to the 28th of October. This is actually a trip that I won. I was such a geek because basically there was like a kind of competition that you had to write an essay about a specific topic that now I don't even remember. And this was like a competition within all the schools in Pescara. And the people that won, which I think there were 2 people in the whole city, they will go to Strasbourg to like some office of the European Union to discuss some specific topics, and this is the one. I won the competition of Men in Science. Oh my goodness, this was like, I didn't realize it was like that. So we wish to you and your parents the kind of like congratulations for winning the first prize of the national challenge Men in Science. So it was actually a national thing. So yeah, I went to Strasbourg and so on. This was like my kind of pass for the Council of Europe where I got to enter. This is so funny. And then I went to Barcelona with school, to Paris. So yeah, that was it. Little trips all around Europe. And I was so obsessed that I would keep everything. Also, how weird is that I actually bought a guide of Prague, and I've never been to Prague. And now that I was opening it, I saw this kind of like mini guides. And you want to know what I did? I actually contacted the office of tourism in Prague, asking them to ship them to me at home for some reason. So yeah, I got them for free by post, by me contacting them by I don't know. So weird. Maybe this is a sign that I need to go to Prague. I found some nest of something in there. Can you see? Oh my god. Now we're talking. I know that for you it doesn't look like a big difference, but it is a huge difference. Little sneak peek of some mugs that we bought in Japan. So beautiful. And this little tray my sister gifted me. She bought it in France, in Lyon. This is from The Little Prince, which is one of my favorite books. If you never read it before, you really should do that. And it says you are responsible for your rose. If you read the book, you understand what it is. It's so cute. And a little fun fact, this tattoo is a quote from The Little Prince as well. So anyway, that was everything from my tidying up my teenager room. So what else to say? You will see coming up few vlogs from Japan. I'm gonna go back to Sweden in 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, with my parents. So they're gonna be with me the first week. In the first place, I thought that I was gonna vlog, as I thought that I would have vlogged as well here in Italy. I don't know, I'm just really using this time as a me time. Even though I would really love to do a lot of nice videos showing you around all my region, because the region where I live in Italy, it's beautiful and is one of the least known region for tourists, and we have everything here. We have lakes, mountains, sea, hills, all the different produce from wine, cheese, anything we do here. So I'm gonna see, I really want to try at least to give you few vlogs, but the thing is that I feel either I want to give you a whole picture of it or nothing, because if I give you like few glimpses, it's like not giving you anything. I don't know, maybe it's just me that I overthink, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. A lot of people already is asking me to do some videos about the food that you can eat in Italy, but yeah, so either I'll see you in Sweden. If you have any idea of how you would like me to continue this channel, what you would rather have me focus on, that would be very appreciated, so I can start to collect some ideas and go towards a specific destination. I don't want to just aim to something without having my ideas clear, basically. But yeah, thank you for watching this very different video, and see you next video. Bye.